Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I am Anand Narasimhan. First up, ladies and gentlemen, the Lok Sabha has passed the criminal law bills seeking to replace the Indian Penal Code, the CRPC and the Evidences Act. The Home Minister highlighted that the revised bills free us from colonial mindset. The Telecommunications Bill 2023 has also been passed in the Lok Sabha. The bill seeks to regulate all telecommunications and online services such as WhatsApp, Zoom, Reddit, Gmail, etc. Now, meanwhile, Bharat has also witnessed an exceptional surge in Unified Payments Interface or UPI transactions reaching a staggering 8,572 crore by the 11th of December 2023. UPI transactions surging from 92 crore in the financial year 2017-18 to 8,375 crore in the financial year 2022-23, showcasing a compounded annual growth of 147% in terms of volume. UPI has been a major driving force in the overall growth of digital payment transactions in Bharat, accounting to 62% of digital payment transactions in the financial year 2022-23. Meanwhile, owing to the policy stability in Bharat after BJP's win in the three states, experts feel that this will result in a boom in the IPOs or initial public offerings as companies are rushing to tap investor demand. Now, Delogic data actually shows Bharat's share of global IPO proceeds is at an all-time high of 5.98%, almost doubling in the last 2 years, while its share of Asia IPOs proceeds has grown to 9.9% this year from 5.9% in 2018. Bharat's thriving equity sales market is predicted to continue to grow in 2024 as investors are drawing or moving away from China and perhaps gravitating towards Bharat. Now, according to a response to an unstarred question in the upper house, it is said that decisive steps taken by the Modi government shielded common citizens from the global oil price volatility. Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Hardeep Singh Puri, recently said that oil prices went up around Bharat by 70 to 80%, around the world, beg your pardon, by 70 to 80% in North America, by 40 to 50%. But Bharat, the prices actually came down by 5%. So across the world, prices went up by about 70 to 80%. In North America, by 40 to 50%. But in Bharat, came down by 5%. Union Minister credited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the same. Now, after all these good things, let's also talk about the first issue of debate discussion on the right stand tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The whole aspect is, has Sansad been reduced to becoming a mockery ki dukaan? Is this the level of discourse that we expect from parliamentarians?
House will meet at 2 p.m. today.
If he thinks that there is similarity, then my question is, does he behave in this way in the Rajya Sabha?
MPs बैठे हुए थे, मैंने उनका वीडियो लिया, मेरा वीडियो मेरे फोन पे है, मीडिया दिखा रहा है, मीडिया कह रहा है, मोदी जी कह रहे हैं, किसी ने कुछ कहा ही नहीं।
ये पहली बार इस लेवल तक जा रहा है कि इसका हद ही नहीं है सर।
Now, the Sansad showdown over the Parliament security breach is continuing after being suspended for their unruly behaviour and misconduct during the Parliament proceedings. The opposition has stooped to a new low in politics after they mimicked the Rajya Sabha chairman and also the Vice President of Bharat, Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, and instead of condemning and apologising for insulting Jagdeep Dhankhar ji, the opposition remained defiant. First, Trinamool Congress MP Kalyan Banerjee, who mocked Jagdeep Dhankhar, justified his act by calling the mimicry an art. And he also went on to say, how do you know that it is actually Jagdeep Dhankhar? I am from the Lok Sabha. He's a Lok Sabha member, doesn't watch Rajya Sabha proceedings. Then, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, who was caught filming the video, said, how is filming a video disrespectful? And said, he advised to speak on real issues like suspension of MPs, etc. Mamata Banerjee, also refusing to condemn the incident, said it is not meant to be disrespectful, it is just a casual thing, casual affair. And had Rahul Gandhi not recorded the video, no one would have even come to know. Leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, or the Congress parties, Mallikarjun Kharge refusing to condemn the incident and instead said that if he is allowed to speak in the House, is it because he is a Dalit? Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary slamming the government for trying to divert the attention. Now, Jagdeep Dhankhar going on to reveal that he received a call from Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the entire video. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressing his pain over the abject theatrics of MPs and told him that he too has been at the receiving end of insults for the last 20 years. Prime Minister said that it was unfortunate that Vice President post was also insulted.
Hello,
question that
Motto.
Ladies and gentlemen, is this sanskar breach in Sansad nothing but a mockery ki dukaan? Well, let's go straight across to our guest, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. L. Hanumantaiah, suspended Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress Party, should be joining us. Dr. V. Sadashivan, suspended Rajya Sabha MP of the CPIM, is with us. Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, and Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, political commentator, with us. Namaste, Jai Hind. Thank you very, very much. Let me first ask Mr. Dr. V. Sadashivan. Beg your pardon, Dr. V. Sivadasan. I correct myself. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Dr. V. Sivadasan. How would you look at this entire episode with the MPs coming out, and especially those in question like Kalyan Banerjee, their party leader Mamata Banerjee, and also the Congress party coming out and saying nothing wrong in what was done outside, especially with the mimicry, mockery of the Vice President?
In the history of India, above more than 140 MPs were suspended in the Parliament. This is a major issue. Why you are not ready to discuss this real issue? Here, the medias and the ruling party together, they are trying to discuss some other matters. So you please try to discuss the real issues. The BJP and RSS, they are trying to avoid the real issues like unemployment and other things. Here, youngsters are struggling everywhere for job. In railway, in earlier Aktipat, the struggle is going there. So inside the Parliament also, we, the entire opposition, we have raised the question regarding unemployment, security of the nation, the Parliament, the recent issues, incidents in Parliament. These all things we have raised inside the Parliament. The BJP, one of the BJP MP has given the answer to the media that opposition parties are raising the questions. That is why they were suspended. This is the thing here happening. Here, everybody inside the all opposition parties together, they are struggling. Earlier, BJP leader says disruption also the part of the democratic process of the nation. So, without raising the issues, how can we intervene inside the Parliament? So that is why we are raising the Parliament issues. Earlier, in some of the people, some of the group of people, they have tried to disrupt the session while they were in gallery. At that time, the BJP MPs, they promoted them. I have raised the issue inside the Parliament. The Parliament Rajya Sabha TV, they shows this mockery of the visitors while they were sitting in the Rajya Sabha gallery. The same thing, these intruders also followed the same thing. If government is promoting the disruptors, those who are sitting in gallery, then how the Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha will function? It's a real question. While the women's bill were in the Parliament, the reservation bill was in the Parliament. I think everybody saw that. some of the persons, those who are facilitated by the BJP MPs, they sat inside the gallery and they made the slogan. They chant Modi, Modi, Modi. Is it a good model? So we are very clearly mentioning to the Treasury bench, the opposition is raising the real issue of the people. So you can address the issue. Prime Minister and the Home Minister, they are making the statement outside the Parliament. They have given the time for the media for the lengthy interview. But why they are making the statement inside the Parliament? In 2001, L.K. Advani.
So since you say, Mr.
When he was
Sivadasan,
the Home Minister of the nation, he has issued his statement inside the Parliament. Why the Home Minister of the nation is not ready to make a statement inside the Parliament? These are real questions.
you are asking the real question. So, is Mr. Kalyan Banerjee an agent of the RSS or the BJP that he decided to stand there and do it in the eyes of the camera with full front of the camera and decided to try and do a mockery of the VP and then shift the issue? It's very easy to shoot the messenger, sir. But who gave the opportunity for this entire attention to be deflected? Isn't that a fair question to ask? And the other aspect is, we didn't. I am not a parliamentarian, you are. Did you or did you not, along with all your other fellow parliamentarians, agree that there will be a sense of decorum and a certain level of discipline that will be maintained in the new Samvidhan Bhavan and in the new Parliament, new Sansad? These are questions that the parliamentarians themselves need to reflect. Who reneged on their promises? These are questions that have been asked. But Charu Pragya, if the Prime Minister of the country, the Home Minister of the country can sit outside and make statements in the media, why haven't they said anything in Parliament? And that the opposition is raising the real issues, the government is not allowing them. Those who are raising real issues are being suspended.
Good evening, Anand.
Yes, that is correct.
The problem with the opposition is they have this misguided sense of righteousness. They don't understand that under the guise of the so-called raising of issues, they don't want to discuss any issues. In fact, session after session after session, they do their best to disrupt the parliament. They do their best to make sure that parliament cannot function as intended. They stage walkouts, they have these protests, and even this time, this entire doing is entirely of their own doing. What happened with the disrespect that was given to our Honorable Vice President is beyond terrible. I have no words to even condemn it. And it was not just condemnation which was directed at a person. It was condemnation and mimicry which was directed at, something as simple as his posture, something as delicate as the community he belongs to, the Jat community. He was being made fun of and mimicked for things which are atrocious. And what were the other MPs doing? They were sitting there and applauding, and Rahul Gandhi was standing there and gleefully filming this. And what happens afterwards? Instead of offering an apology, they are saying that they did nothing wrong. Is that how the Honorable Vice President of this country is going to be treated by the members of the Indian opposition? Is that the kind of precedent they want to set? And is this the kind of politics they stand for? Because it's not merely the Jats that they have insulted this time. They have a habit of doing this repeatedly. Tribals were insulted by very insensitive statements when President Murmu took to office. There's been a North-South divide which is being created by the opposition. North Indians have been repeatedly insulted. OBCs have been insulted. The entire Modi community has been insulted. They have a habit of saying things callously and then pretending
But
as
Charu
if they
Pragya
can...
ji, you would also admit that that the BJP MPs, your party MPs also have a habit of shooting off their mouths. What was said to Danish Ali, all that was said and the kind of behavior that was on display. Your former partner today, within the India alliance itself, there is a lot of shooting of the mouth between Nitish Kumar and what he said to a DMK MP about language barriers. So I'm just saying, overall parliamentary discourse, has it now becoming about who mocks the other one better, who insults the other one better? Is that the competition that we are seeing now?
No, not at all. First of all, I will never defend anything that was wrong. And the said parliamentarian not only offered an apology, but offered it unconditionally. And we did not defend him. We call a spade a spade. Can the opposition do that? Instead of defending everything that happened, can the TMC and the Congress take responsibility for the hurtful statements? Can they retract that? I am a Jat. I'm a granddaughter of a farmer. The way mockery was made, it felt as if it was directed towards me.
Correct, but it is actually two Brahmins, one Jane Udhari and one a Banerjee, who were standing there while there were other SC, ST and OBC leaders and also a Jat sitting there in that entire group. If you want to break down the MPs who are sitting there on caste basis, there is a counter argument to all that is being said.
They allowed it to happen. It's incredible they allowed it to happen. I cannot imagine they are representatives of the people of this
so
country.
did all of them know it in their actions as their caste representations, or did they do it because they wanted to, out of spite, because they wanted to see how proceedings are going on and they wanted to recreate that? Nobody is justifying Mr. Kalyan Banerjee's behavior. No, the Vice President himself has said, you say whatever you want to say about me, but why are you insulting the chair? With Mr. Hanumantaya is with us. Mr. Hanumantaya, namaste sir, Jai Hind.
Yes.
Now, is this what
Namaste,
is this what Sansad and perhaps Sanskar in Parliament has now become? That it will now become a mockery ki dukaan? Everybody will mock each other and compete at who mocks the other better?
No, I have clarified this yesterday itself. That when such big parliamentarians have been suspended by the parliament authorities, the chairman and the speaker. The problem is very simple, that they wanted to have a mock parliament outside the parliament. They were doing it. Though it is not substantiated by anybody that what they have done is right. In a democracy of this worldwide biggest democracy, we have all the MPs have got lot of respect to the chair, respect to the parliament, respect to the constitution. Once all of them have been suspended indiscriminately, they came out of the parliament, they conducted a mock parliament. In that, it is not that they wanted to insert the chair or insert the Vice President of India, and that has been taken to the extreme steps of his caste, his village, his profession. It is not correct according to me. The mock parliament is always just to recreate what is happening inside, that you may accept, you may not accept it. But it is not with the intention of discrediting one's profession, discrediting one's caste, discrediting one's personality. It is definitely not. Nobody should take in that sense.
So it was mock parliament and not mockery of parliament and mockery of the chair is what Mr. Hanumantaya is saying, Charu Pragya.
No, see, the explanation on this is, you have to listen to me. The mockery of the democracy is happening where? Where it is happening? You have to allow the discussion to take place inside the parliament, which is not happening. People talking outside, and the parliamentarians are outside totally, and without the total opposition, you are running the house.
Discussion to happen, sir?
Who is not allowing
discussion to happen? Who
who
has allowed key bills in Parliament to be passed without a proper discussion and without a proper ratification? If these bills have been worded properly, if these bills have been thought through, who has allowed that? Critical last session of Parliament ahead of Lok Sabha 2024. Who has said that we will break and renege on our promises and we will continue to disrupt proceedings because we are also going to be adamant. We are also going to continue to try and make sure that no business happens. Sir, there is, you protest for an hour, but you allow 3 hours of business to happen. There is a certain give and take in Parliament. One minute. Let Charu Pragya respond on whether she accepts that this was not, this was a mock.
Which is not happening in this government. Please listen to me.
1 minute, Mr. Hanumantaya. 1 minute, Mr. Hanumantaya. Mr. Hanumantaya, please yield. I am going to Charu Pragya. Let her complete. I will come back to you. Dr. Anand Ranganathan has not yet spoken. So I will come to you, sir. Charu Pragya, not a mockery of Parliament, but mock Parliament. Dr. Ranganathan, coming to you after this, sir. Please.
Too little, too late, and with respect, you are saying this. Mr. Gandhi is still not saying this. Also, let's remember, you were all sitting outside Parliament because you were suspended. This is how you chose to entertain each other. This is what you were doing when you could have been sitting inside Parliament and having a discussion on bills which are of relevance to this nation. You could have been voting on those bills. Yet, like every single time, you chose to walk out and not be a part of this country's democratic process. You chose that like you choose it every single time. And I'm sorry, I don't buy this, because the attack was entirely personal. You are degrading the chair, and in the first place, you were the ones who were disrespecting that chair inside Parliament as well. There were rules that were set very politely and firmly. You had been told that is the way you're expected to behave. You'd agreed to it, and yet you continued to cause disruptions. And then, like I said, you seem to have a habit of insulting section after section after section of the Indian people, and you think you'll get away with it because you have this elitist mindset where you believe everything is forgiven.
1 minute. Dr. Ranganathan, quick word, and then I'll bring in Dr. Shivadasan and Mr. Hanumantaya back again. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, Anand, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, I do agree with the Trinamool MP when he said, the offending MP, when he said mimicry is an art. Yes, mimicry is an art, but buffoonery is not, and body shaming is not. So and as a free speech absolutist, I must say even those are acceptable to me, but it was crass, it was below the belt. It actually reflected this gentleman's education and upbringing, I have to say this, because yes, mimicry is all very well, and every politician, in fact, enjoys his mimicry being done. We've all seen videos of Lalu Prasad Yadav enjoying his mimicry being done. Narendra Modi's people who do mimicry of Narendra Modi, they are earning lakh. But the point is, out here you can see, in fact, the video is being played as I speak. He is mimicking his posture, body movements, and he's actually pretending as if the respected Honorable Vice President is somehow mentally challenged, if you see the body movements. So I can very well see how somebody will take offense to that. It's not just plain mimicry. Let's get that out of the way. Number two, as far as the Honorable MP out here who's been suspended, the Communist MP out here is saying, let us look at the larger issues. I have a couple of points to make out here. He talks about, why are we talking about mimicry? Why not about 140 MPs suspended? Well, they have been suspended because they violated the decorum of the House. Now, on 21st November 2019, Kerala Assembly, where the Kerala government is the communist government, this MP's government, they suspended 4 Congress MPs for exactly this. Rushing to the well, they leapt on to the speaker's chair and started vandalizing. So, does he mean to say that the government and the speaker out there were wrong for suspending those Congress MLAs from Kerala Assembly? Of course he would say no. They acted judiciously and they acted right. This is the problem, selectivity. When these guys do it, then it is they are maintaining decorum. When they break decorum, then it is, oh my God, we are unreasonably being suspended. The fact of the matter is, very simple question, Anand, through you I want to ask him. Let us say a man who is seeking justice from the Honorable Supreme Court has approached that court for a date 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but he has not been heard. In response, irate, he barges into the court, leaps on to the place where the Chief Justice is sitting and threatens him, tears off papers and throws on his face with placards. What do you think the Chief Justice or the Supreme Court should do? This is the basic question. Have we accepted the fact that from here on there will be no rules in the Parliament? If yes, then it's a free-for-all, it's a jungle raj, then accept it, like what happened in Kerala Assembly. But if not, then rules exist, you cannot flout them.
Dr. Shivadasan, please respond.
Yes, here he's trying to compare the Kerala Assembly and Parliament. Kerala Assembly, they followed the rule, and the Kerala Assembly, they are discussing the issues, lot of issues, democratically they are discussing. Here, what has happened, because of the biggest incident, because of the biggest incident, inside the Parliament, some of the persons, they intruded and they used the smoke bomb, and entire nation was discussed the issue.
That's not the issue.
The security of the nation, security of the Parliament has been challenged. Then entire opposition together, they asked the statement of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, but they are very silent. They have given the lengthy statement. They have given the interviews to the media. But same time,
I'm asking you something different. The Kerala speaker suspended 4 Congress MLAs.
So here, No, I am not, and I am not intervened. I am not intervened to you. When you were spoken, I did not intervene. So you please keep silence and listen me. So dear friend, here this Prime Minister and Home Minister is not ready to make the reply. And what is the model of them? Earlier, I already quoted Advani, their great leader. He has given the statement inside the parliament. And second thing, regarding this Banerjee's mimicry, here some of them already told mimicry is a good art form. Earlier, you remember, Jawaharlal Nehru asked Shankar, the great cartoonist,
Jawaharlal Nehru banned
don't spare me. This is the culture of the our nation. The criticism,
Don't just read the leftist historians.
why you are disrupting the same BJP style you are following inside the.
I'm not interested in listening to this diatribe for 10 minutes. He didn't answer the simple question. Why were the Congress MLAs suspended by the Kerala Assembly?
I am not hearing. So you see, Anand Ranganathan, I am listened to you very carefully.
I repeat for the 5th time, sir. Why were the Congress MLAs suspended?
You please listen me. Then Jawaharlal Nehru says to Shankar, you don't spare me. Criticism is the part of the politics.
Sir, criticism is one part. Dr. Shivadasan, sir, I'll tell you what. With due respect, Dr. Shivadasan, you cannot just give long-winded answers without answering the question to point. His question is, why were the 5 Congress MLAs suspended? And there is a difference between criticism, there is a difference between deliberate mockery and insult of the chair. And what was witnessed there, if it was indeed mock parliament, then that should have been the answer that came. That's not the answer that came. The answer that came is, I did not make a video. I made a video, but I did not post it. The other answer is, what is wrong with mimicry? It is an art. The third answer that came is, oh, I am from Lok Sabha. How did you know it is the Rajya Sabha chair that who we were mocking? And the fourth excuse that came is, oh, all this would not have happened had a certain person not taken out his mobile phone and made a video there. Did any of them say we were doing mock parliament? Other than L. Hanumantaya, did any of them say? Did any of them say we apologize to the Vice President if the Vice President felt insulted because the idea is not to insult him? Nobody said that. Only Kalyan Banerjee said, it was never my intent to hurt anybody. But did he say, I am sorry? Did he say, I regret? Did he say that, sir, please look at the video, we did not say anything insulting about you, we were just trying to enact you, how you are in parliament. That's what we did. If you did not like it, we are sorry. Did anybody say that? Nobody said it. Nobody said it. Nobody said it. And the other point, sir, is if you have subscribed and you have said that you will behave in a certain manner in parliament, then it is upon you, because you made the promise as parliamentarians that you will behave in a certain manner. And when you break that promise, then you deserve to be suspended because you have broken the rule. Yeah.
Why did Sivasan carry a placard? Why were you carrying a placard? No. It was against the rules.
It is wrong,
if you,
it is wrong. What you are telling is wrong.
If you are interested to discuss in some legislative assemblies, then you can discuss the legislative assemblies. Here we are discussing the issues of the parliament.
Sir, decorum inside a Vidhan Sabha or a Sansad Bhavan is
inside the parliament. Hypocrisy. The treasury bench is
Sir, if it is a left elected speaker, then the speaker can behave in whatever manner the left deems right. But if it is a different political party elected speaker, then that speaker also has to behave in the manner left deems right. Now this is like heads I win, tails you lose. This is the diktat. But Mr. Hanumantaya, you came back and said, what is wrong, sir? What was wrong, Mr. L. Hanumantaya? What was wrong in what was said? Was there a promise made or not? Was there a assurance given or not?
Dear Anand,
no MP. No MP in the
Shivadasanji, I'll come back to you, sir. I'm going to Mr. L. Hanumantaya. Please wait. Shivadasanji, please wait. I'll come back to you, sir. Mr. Hanumantaya wanted to make an intervention going across to him. Yes, Mr. Hanumantaya.
Sir, see, one thing you are just missing with the main subject and we are going round the other subjects. I wanted to just tell you what is the reason for parliamentarians in such big number have to be suspended. The reason being that they protested inside the parliament. If they have protested inside the parliament, what is the reason? The reason being, the Home Minister, we expect him to give a statement on breach of security. When the breach of security is an issue, forgetting that issue, the leader of the house, the ruling party never addressed that issue, but we are talking about how many people have been suspended from the parliament.
Here is the thing, Mr. Hanumanthaya.
They are indisciplined.
Mr. Hanumanthaya.
No, let me
Mr. Hanumanthaya, one minute. Sir, allow me a 30-second
intervention.
intervention. Allow me a 30-second intervention, Mr. Hanumanthaya. What I am saying, sir, is that if the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, when the Parliament is on, if they have given a comment about what is happening in Parliament outside, then there should have been a notice raised by the opposition to the Sabhapati or to the Speaker saying a parliamentarian has made a statement outside for an issue which is supposed to be debated, discussed inside Parliament. Was that complaint given to the people who are actually supposed to... the other aspect is rule book. You know of the Parliament rule book more than I do, sir. The rule book, what does it say? Any issue of security and the activity of the security comes with the Parliamentary Secretariat. The Secretariat reports to the Speaker. The Speaker is the first person who has to make a statement. As far as the affairs of the Rajya Sabha is concerned, the chair has to take a call. The Speaker has made a statement. My point is, sir, if you believe that parliamentarians have breached parliamentary decorum or parliamentary privilege, especially when Parliament is in session, then there is a method that you should ask. What you have done, you have said, I don't care what the Speaker is saying, I don't care what the Raksha Mantri is saying, I want only the Home Minister to come. And once the Home Minister comes, you would say, no, I expect the Prime Minister to come. So you are saying that you will have to function the way I expect. The opposition is turning around and telling the chair and the Speaker, you behave, you talk and you listen to what I say. That's the attitude coming across.
Sir, you are totally wrong, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Anand Narasimhan, you are totally wrong.
I am totally wrong, sir. Correct.
I am telling you, all the parliamentarians inside the house have given the notice for 267, which was rejected by the house, rejected by the chairman. What else? What other options left out for the parliamentarians?
What is Rule 267, sir? When is Rule 267 applicable? Please educate me. Please educate me, when is Rule 267 applicable?
No, 267 is applicable when an urgent national important matter has come up before the house. All other business of the house has to be suspended and this should be taken for discussion.
No, one minute. One minute. Listen to me. That urgent matter. Please read Rule 267. Please read Rule 267. One second, sir. Please read Rule 267 very carefully.
Tell me.
The urgent matter of business or all matters need to be dropped when it is regarding a particular bill that needs to be discussed under 267 or a matter of national security. 1 minute, sir, let me complete. Or a matter of national security which deserves the Parliament. This matter of national security was addressed by the chair, was addressed by the Speaker, were addressed by the Raksha Mantri. All these three had immediately made statements and it was not that this matter was not discussed. What you are saying is, no, you don't matter, you don't matter, you don't matter. The only person I call is the one who matters. So this is not democracy, this is opposition's autocracy.
It is wrong. See,
Anand Ranganathan.
Please understand.
I even before Hanumanthaya ji, and I agree with the Communist MP, they are making sense. Because yes, the matter needed to be talked about immediately by the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. Anand, on your show, both of us said they should come out and say it.
Yeah.
But there is a way of putting that thing across. You cannot break the rules. It is so bizarre, us citizens having to explain to our honorable MPs, ki please don't break the rules that you have yourself formulated. How bizarre, more bizarre can it be? If you are not being heard, the alternative is not for you to break rules. Are you in kindergarten? Do I have to teach you this? Am I not being comprehensive enough? Have I not told you something that is in plain language? What more needs to be done?
And not just that, sir. The issue was always breach of Parliament security. The issue has been digressed because of the actions of Mr. Kalyan Banerjee and some of the other MPs who were sitting outside. They did what they did. Had they not done what they done, we would have continued to speak about the parliamentary breach and the aspects of it and the investigation about it. The point is that this has been done. Why was this done? We didn't ask anybody to do it. They did it. Why did they do it? Who shot themselves in the foot and allowed the issue to be digressed or allowed the government a chance to get away? Please reflect on that yourself, sir, as parliamentarians. I thank you all.